Welcome back, everybody. The Alternative Sports Show is back. Matt Connell, Andre Dixon. Buddy, I've missed you.
Back on the scene, crispy and clean. I've missed you, brother. We've been busy all around the world. You know, loads of different projects, loads of different sports, but we are back on the route to Silverstone.
We absolutely are, buddy. I mean, look, life is life. We've been very, very busy in the sports scene, of course. You've been up to all kinds of wild stuff. Most recently, of course, you're up in Miami, keeping an eye on all things F1 and W Series, which brings us here today because we are only, days away from Silverstone, coming back to the UK, and of course, W Series once again will be there. So we've got a chat with one of the awesome, super friendly, just super genuinely nice people of W Series, Marta Garcia. Take a little look at this. And let's have a little look at the interview by the power of editing. Whoosh. Marta Garcia, thank you so much for stopping by to talk to us. Of course, we are only round the corner from Silverstone Grand Prix, which means on July 2nd, we get to see W Series come back over here. First off, of course, last race, you're in Barcelona. Of course, that would have been pretty cool for yourself. Let's talk Silverstone, iconic racetrack. How exciting is it going to be to come back?
Well, obviously, thanks for having me here, first of all. And yeah, I think it's been pretty cool until now. Like, it's been quite okay. Barcelona obviously was my home race. So yeah, I was really like comfortable there. There was like a lot of Spanish fans there as well. But yeah, now we come to Silverstone, which is like a really iconic place as well. And there is a lot of English girls that are racing in the championship. So I think it's going to be quite massive, to be fair. And yeah, I'm looking forward for it. To be fair, last year I raced at Silverstone and it was not so good. But yeah, I know like some stuff that I have to improve. Like I already been improving this year. Like I saw myself much better in some terms of driving. So yeah, I'm looking forward and see what we can do there.
Was there anything that surprised you racing at Silverstone, obviously in a single seater for W Series? Was there anything that kind of, once you were actually doing practice, qualifying the race, was there anything about Silverstone that surprised you that you maybe hadn't anticipated from your preparations?
To be fair, in terms of the track, the fast let's say the first part is quite tricky. Like you need to really understand it, how to do it properly, because you can gain a lot or you can lose a lot of time. And also what kind of impacted me was the amount of people that there was in Silverstone, because there was like a lot of people like watching the race. And it was so cool also to have like people watching us, because they were still there. They were not leaving after F1. So that was cool, because in some of the other tracks, they just leave and then we are alone and no one is watching us. But yeah, I think the fast part is really important. And you need to really know how to do it properly.
Well, obviously with W Series, the races are quite spread out across the race year. So as far as preparation goes, when does race week begin for you? When do you start going, right, okay, it's race week? Does that kind of come on a Monday? Maybe part of training, but when do you prepare to leave? Because I believe you're based in Spain, even currently, like all your teammates. It's not like where in Formula One, you have drivers that are based near their teams. In W Series, you all live still in your home nations pretty much. So say it's coming up to Silverstone week. When does the race week for you begin? Do you fly? Would it be like a Monday, Tuesday kind of fly out situation? How does it normally work?
So actually, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do next week. Okay. So like Monday, I'm gonna be in Barcelona. I live in Valencia, but I have to be in Barcelona because I have a meeting there. So I will be flying on Tuesday to London, and then obviously Tuesday is gonna be something with the team, like we're gonna do some pictures and cool stuff. And then on Wednesday, actually is like let's say the race weekend starts, because we're doing some stuff like filming, interviews and stuff like this. And then on Thursday, okay, maybe on Thursday is more like, okay, Wednesday is more like some media, but nothing, almost nothing. And then on Thursday is the day where you go for the track walk, already know who is your engineer. And then like everything starts and you have to start watching the track, obviously, like pointing some references and everything. So I think that's when the race weekend actually starts, but you are obviously prepared mentally already now. Like I think today is Wednesday, so it's 1 week until next Wednesday from Silverstone. So I think already like 1 week before you're like more focused and more like into the training or watching some stuff from Silverstone. I'm not doing like much stuff, like I don't know, maybe going party or doing this or that. Like that's by one side, and it's like you're already more focused on the job.
First of all, before I begin, I have to salute you for your T-shirt there. I am very much a Miami fan, all things Miami. So as soon as I saw that, I knew we're friends automatically. And so did you enjoy yourself? Obviously, it's the first time for Europe being racing over there. But just quickly, did you enjoy your whole time in Miami? Because automatically I saw that, so you're still living the memory of the whole experience over there.
Yeah, actually, it was really cool. Like I've been to New York, I've been to Austin, and I've been to Miami, and the place I loved the most was Miami. I think because of the vibes. There was a lot of Spanish people. Like I think there was like 71% of Spanish speakers. So it was actually quite cool because then I didn't have to speak English. It was like everything was Spanish and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I like the beach. Like everything was quite good. What I didn't like any was how hot it was. To be fair, and like the humidity that there was.
It's a different level.
But yeah.
Yeah,
it was
it
so
definitely
bad.
was. It was on qualifying day, or actually on your race day. It was absolutely. I've never experienced anything like that before. I'm not going to complain because you know what?
Okay.
It's going to be sunny for you next week as well. So let's talk about like essentials that you're going to bring that you normally use for preparation. So what do you make sure that you bring with you? Package wise, luggage wise, in your race week.
So first of all, it's really important for us high hydration, like get hydrated. So normally I always wear the bottle from W Series, and also I'm working with a brand as well, which is 226 Airs, which is actually this one. So I bring my bottle and I always have like electrolytes. So yeah, electrolytes come with me as well. Some kind of chocolate bars, coconut bars, just for when I need it and when I need them. And yeah, I think that's like really important to get to the racetracks, because at the end of the day, you need to be like really good prepared, like hydrated, because it's like half an hour on the race car, and you can really feel it, even if it's hot. Like in Miami, it was so crazy. Like you need to be drinking all the time. And yeah, I think also what I bring always is like some stuff like from the neck for the neck, like a kind of a band where I can do some neck pre-workout or like pre-warm-up, and also some kind of bands for like arms, stretching, and yeah, kind of like this. So I would say what I put in my bag is normally obviously hydration, the stuff to warm up, and then obviously all the stuff from like my suit, my boots, and just like some normal clothes for being there. And yeah, that's actually what I always have in mind when I go racing.
Well, that's quite interesting that you focused, and of course, rightly so, mentioned about hydration, using resistant bands to travel with you, because of course, to be able to get conditioned on the go is massively important for a racing driver. And of course, for you ladies in W Series, with that race calendar spread out, of course, yourself and colleagues, you get to get involved in different kind of race, activities in between the W Series structure. But how hard is it for you all to stay in race shape with it being spread out so much? Of course, there's so much that goes into conditioning. There's so much that has to be done with your neck strength. So just how difficult is that to stay on top of the conditioning, and how do you work around that?
You mean on the race weekends?
Well, because the calendar is so spread out, so of course trying to keep your body in that peak condition. So how regularly or how often do you have to, do you look at, say, okay, I'm 2-3 weeks out from racing and I need to start a structure? Like, how does that training plan normally work?
So normally I would say, like, myself, I train like all weeks. Like you never stop training. Let's say like that. You're always training physically, obviously, because training on track is quite expensive. So I normally don't do that. But yeah, I think training physically is like already something that is in our routine as drivers. Like it's something we do all days. But yeah, I have to say that sometimes when there's like 2 month break and you know you're okay physically, maybe you go and take like 1 or 2 weeks like doing nothing, like just go chill, maybe just go to Mallorca, Menorca, whatever, and then just have like a nice time. Or even I had Barcelona, so I had the race in Barcelona, and then I had a lot of exams. Like I had 8 exams that I had to pass, and I was quite stressed about it. So I have been not training for 2 weeks, like nothing, because I was just focusing on my exams. So yeah, I think like those kind of things. Like I think normally all the W Series drivers, except Belen and I think we are the only ones who are studying. So we also have to, let's say, kind of see how we put our times into studying and into preparing and stuff. But yeah, I think training is something that, as I said, is your day to day. And then obviously, if you have exams, you have to organize your time as well. But you're able to do both things.
So I've been wondering, because we've been following you for a little while now, and thankfully this didn't actually come true. But you was speaking about, before the W Series came in, you joined them, that you was looking at stopping racing altogether. So thankfully that didn't happen. But what would you have done? What would have been your other career if you hadn't been a driver?
Oof. I don't know, to be fair. If you ask me now, I don't know. Yeah, like I'm studying communications and public relations. Okay. Public relationship. So I don't really know. Like I think I would do something in motorsport. Like I would like to stay in motorsport because at the end of the day is what I like. So maybe something related with what I'm studying in motorsport, maybe. Or maybe I would start another sport. Who knows? I don't know, because I'm quite competitive and I like to compete and everything. So I think not competing would be like something is missing in my life, So yeah, maybe I would go for another sport. I don't really know, because right now I don't really enjoy too much any other sport that is not racing. So yeah, I really don't know what I would be doing.
Well, I must say this, like, you can manage my Instagram at any time that you would like, because your Instagram is Hall of Fame as far as I'm concerned. Yours, Naomi Schiff is obviously a friend of the show. You guys actually kill it with your Instagrams, the transitions and all of the fun things you do. But one thing I actually noticed a little while ago, that you met up with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Ferrari. You was behind the Ferrari. Or you was looking cool. I'm still rooting for you to actually be one of the drivers at some point. But what was that like? Tell us about that whole experience.
So actually, that was last year in Austin. We were racing there, and I think it was Wednesday or something like that, like before the race weekend, that they had an event. Puma, actually, the sport brand, had an event, and I was on the team. So yeah, they organized like an event where Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc were going to be in like a club, and a golf club. And then they invited me, so Puma wanted me also to go there as a Puma driver ambassador. So yeah, I was there. I met Charles. I met Carlos. Obviously, Carlos, I knew him a bit more. And it was so cool because I could like talk to Carlos for a while, and he even like took the map. Like I took a map from the internet, like a Austin track map, and then he was like telling me corner by corner what does he think that it would be better for me, or like tips and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Actually, that was my best quality of the year. Surprising. And yeah, with Charles also I had a kind of a talk. It was also quite nice. But I obviously know Charles from racing and karting, because he used to race, like I think he's like a bit older than me, so he used to race in a higher category. But it was quite cool to be with both of them, with Ferrari as well. I also met some nice people from Ferrari, and yeah, I would say it was like a good experience.
No, well, let's. I'm putting out in the air that at one point you're going to be racing, for Ferrari in F1. One day that will happen. Let's
I
put
wish.
that out there. But like, who are your sporting heroes outside of motorsport?
I would say Serena Williams, because I think she's like a hero in terms of um, female sport person, and also I think like she broke a lot of barriers um, for being like the first female. How do you say that? Like the first female that was there. I don't know. Like she was facing also racism.
Yeah,
Racism.
yeah.
So I think that was pretty cool. I think she like showed what was she capable of, and all of the hard work that she's been doing. Also her sister, I think Venus and Serena Williams. So I think they kind of lately, like I saw the TV show that they did with Will Smith. I don't know if you've seen it. But yeah, it was, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think this was like, when I saw this, I saw it with a friend that actually is like also a sport person. She's a triathlete. And then when we saw this film, we were like, we feel so identified with it, because it's like all of the hard work you've been doing all the years. And then when something good comes, or like results come, it's like when you're happy and you know how hard you work. So I think like person that is not racing, I think Serena Williams is like a big inspiration. And obviously, yeah, inside racing, I always loved Lewis Hamilton. Just the way he talks to people, he inspires and stuff. I think it's just really cool, apart from being a really good racing driver.
Marta, one of the things we love to do as we wind down, getting to know all of you from W Series, we like to dig a little deeper. We want to know a little more about your interests. One of the very important questions we like to ask your colleagues, playlists, music. So what is on your go-to at the moment? We've had a lot of surprises, a lot of interesting choices. So would love to hear what is catching your interest at the moment.
In terms of music,
yeah. What you're listening to at the moment?
Right now, Bad Bunny.
Yeah, bang. I mean, an absolute genius. And he keeps on making so many new out. He keeps on making so much music all the time. He keeps on making new album. So there's an endless.
Yeah.
Endless.
His new album is mega. New album.
No, he's good. He's very good. Well, I'm gonna say that's a pretty good choice. Like for me, as Dre knows, like my partner, she's Spanish, so I've been listening to a lot of Spanish music in this house. Obviously, Rosalia. We've seen Rosalia here in the UK.
Yeah.
Aitana is absolute banger as well. So yeah, I'm up to date with the Spanish music. I've been learning, of course. Bad Bunny,
okay.
A top Latin star. But no, good choices.
Dre,
you're not ready on that yet.
No, I was with you guys. From Bad Bunny onwards. She said Bad Bunny. I'm like, I'm back in the convo now. That's all. So like, let's go into movies or shows or series that you're into. I'm a big Marvel fan and big Star Wars fan. So what's your taste in shows or movies? Or what one did you suggest that we should watch? You should watch Top Gun, by
Okay.
the way. I'm just going to say that now.
Okay. Haven't seen it, so actually, I'm not a fan of like what you're a fan of. So I don't like any like Star Wars. So I
Because
don't
you're a
really
nerd.
like this
It's because
kind
you're a
of
nerd,
stuff.
Dre. That's what she's trying to
And
say.
this, you know, Marta, that's unacceptable that you're not into Star Wars. Unacceptable. But come on.
Actually,
Hey, Dre. To be honest, me too. But you know,
No,
nah.
what can I say?
oops. No, but I really like I like a lot of Spanish TV shows, to be fair. Um I don't know how to say. It's like kind of intrigue. Intrigue, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like kind of like films that are like intrigue or a bit of drama as well. Like a bit of you don't know what's gonna happen or who is the
Yeah.
killer. I don't know. Like for example, I don't know if you've seen. I think the one that I really liked was La Casa de Papel.
Yeah.
You know this one, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's
No,
been
you don't know
popular.
this. The
Oh,
white
no, Dre. Money Heist.
Oh, Money
Heist,
Heist. Yes.
Yeah.
I just was in Madrid the other day, and we went past where they was filming. Well, in theory, they were filming. They actually really filmed there, but you know,
Okay.
the bank
location.
that they were supposed to. Yeah, the location.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for example, these kind of films or like other Spanish, I don't know, there's like quite a lot. Like some that does a guy who is called Mario Casas. He has a lot of films that are quite good actually. So yeah, I think those.
There we go. Top recommendations. That's it, Dre. That's it. See, this is it.
Yeah.
Money Heist, La Casa de Papel. That's it.
Yeah, all will be forgiven, Marta, if you watch Top Gun. If you watch Top Gun and you
Okay.
like it, that's a promise between me and you that you can put on your stories that you've watched it. You know, thanks to me, and then that's it. That's all I ask. I don't ask much.
Okay, I will try to watch it. Let's see if I like it.
It's an easier watch than Star Wars. That is for sure. Well, Marta, we are very excited to see you at Silverstone next week. Of course, Dre, you're going to be there, so you'll be watching the action.
Yes.
Of course, I'm going to miss that. I'm sad. I was so happy to see you guys at Silverstone last year. But nevertheless, July the 2nd, yourself and W Series will all be there. Marta, thank you so much for spending your time on this one. Well, hopefully it's sunny there, because here in the UK we're melting. So thank you for spending your time with us today.
Thank you guys. It was quite fun to be with you.